3-minute rounds.
Okay, fellas, you know the rules. Obey my commands at all times, right? I want no notice with the head. You shake hands, go by the corners, come out when you hear the bell. Good luck, fellas.
Mickey Van's trademark, no naughties with the head. Derry Mathews has been known to go in for 1 or 2 naughties with the head in the past. Tonight, though, he says it's all about keeping his composure. When he beat Stephen Foster, he reckons there was no pressure on him. In the MEN arena, where he gave Foster something of a boxing lesson, he was able to just concentrate on his skills, and now he says the important thing is not to get carried away with the passion of a real Scouser night, a real Liverpool night of sport. Mathews, as you've heard, undefeated in 17 professional fights, 23 years old, and I'm told that had this been in a bigger arena, they could have sold it out 2 or 3 times over, which is good news for those who are planning to build that big new arena on the Merseyside waterfront, due to be opening next year. Real fight city this, and Mathews the latest in a line of boxing stars. Simpson from Greenock, trained by Danny Lee, also 23 years old. Something of an unsung fighter. Oh, what a good start! What a good start, wow! There we go.
John, it was totally a reaction shot from the challenger in Simpson, but he's short, he's strong. We know he's a little bit of a powerhouse, because he gave obviously the former champion there a good fight in Andy Morris, albeit he beat him on cuts, but Mathews does walk around with his chin up in the air, and that's what he got paid with.
Well, Simpson said he fancied this one, and now you see straight away why. No such thing as a certainty in boxing, and Simpson straight away showing that he is not a man to be underestimated. Very real possibility that both these men are improving fighters, and Mickey Van straight away saying, let's stick to boxing, boys.
Well, when you win a championship of any description, they say there is a definite improvement. Simpson, obviously, he's the British champion now, so there's an improvement in him. Mathews, he's the WBU champion, so there's an improvement in him.
Strange game, though, isn't it? Steve Foster goes and beats John Simpson, beats him comfortably. And now Simpson's in there, albeit only in the first round, but at this stage, giving Mathews plenty of problems. But back comes Mathews, solid left hand, and straight away you hear the roar of the crowd here.
Well, styles make fights, John. See, I would have thought that Simpson would target Mathews' body, because he's so tall, upright, very, very lean.
Derry, the chant goes up. Mathews, as we saw in the introduction, can cut in fights, and looking a little bit disorganised again as Simpson wants to try and go to work to the body, and he's told off Mathews for work around the back of the head.
Well, Simpson, you know, if he wants to win this fight, he's just got to make it ugly. He's just got to take the fight to the champion, and he's just got to really rough him up.
Unquestionably a lot of pressure on Derry Mathews tonight, and he got the worst possible start, and here's how it happened. Swinging overhand right, and he touched down Duke.
It's a good shot, it really was. He's just got to keep his chin tucked down, not come out of clinches with the chin up in the air, keep it tucked right down into his chest.
That'll be a 10-8 round for John Simpson. And the Mathews corner, Georgie Vaughan, his veteran trainer, said concentrate on your boxing, you've just got to box your way in there.
See, Simpson's the stronger of the two, John, I think. Mathews perhaps might be the better boxer, but right now Simpson is the stronger of the two, and he's growing in confidence by the second.
Already showing the signs of one which is going to take these two men into the trenches.
Well, Simpson knows he can't stay on the outside and outbox Mathews. He's got to break him down and get in close.
better from Mathews. Snappy combination. But Simpson, you can see written all over him how much he fancies this one. They've worked on a weakness on that left side, and he's trying to ping him with the overhand right again and again.
He's very, very determined, John, as you would expect from a challenger. The champion has to keep using that rapier-like jab. Keep making him eat the jab, stab him with it, keep pushing it in his face before he delivers the right hand.
This is better from Mathews, starting to settle more into a rhythm. Turned professional 4 years ago after winning the ABA bantamweight title. A little bit of a test as they lean on who's the stronger man, who's going to be the physical master in there. Good from Mathews. Well, he's recovered pretty well from that first round knockdown. Snap knockdown as much as anything else. Flash knockdown.
Champion's got such a long reach, John. He really does.
All around here, fans are standing up, almost in the ring with Mathews. Told me he had to change his mobile phone number twice. He was just sort of sick of people ringing up saying, "Give me a ticket." Another right hand in there from Simpson. Simpson could be one of the great party poopers if he turns this one over. Well, again, evidence of Simpson's strength and close, but Mathews come back well.
What's your fight at medium distance? Yeah.
Well, this is the way that Mathews was starting to work his way back into this fight, throwing good shots from range, and between rounds the Simpson corner was saying you've just got to get in there, you've got to gamble and get into a position where you can make those power shots, particularly the right. You can make that count once again. That had to be Mathews' round, didn't it, Duke?
Yeah, I gave Mathews the round, John. Cleaner punches, kept the challenger at bay in Simpson. But you can just kind of sense that Simpson is just a whisker away with that leaping left hook. He needs to try and target Mathews' body, bring that high guard down where he can get across with the big right hands and the hooks.
Stands about 5'9½", Derry Mathews, which for a man of 9 stone is extremely tall. Simpson himself is a relatively tall featherweight, but Mathews really is something of a skyscraper of the division.
But Mathews still hasn't got his chin down.
Well, he's made a bit of a ragged start, truth be told.
Yeah, referee's warning him now, John, just telling him to calm himself down because he's getting anxious.
There's caught again with the right hand.
The right hand. His left hand's much too low, and that's why he's getting clipped with the same shot. He's got to use his height and his reach.
He's pawing the jab, he's not snapping it like he did against Foster. I guess that's probably a legacy of having been floored in the first round, but Simpson's really gambling, coming in trying to throw that right hand. I think the gum shield's come out, John Simpson's gum shield. Maybe not.
There's Mickey Duff throwing something out the ring again.
The right hand from Simpson.
Oh, good body shots as well, John. Good body shots by Simpson as well.
Well, Mathews has got all he needs on his hands here. Incidentally, it was one of the advertisers' motifs which came off the shorts of one of the fighters, which was slung in our direction for a moment. I thought I was going to have to duck underneath the gum shield.
You know, when you win a championship, John, it's so difficult. Your first defence is so difficult, not only physically but mentally, because you want to please your hometown fans. And if you don't quite meet their expectations in your own mind, the mind plays funny tricks of you, it really does, and it can make you kind of switch off and you can't get your game.
A bit of use of the head in there. Georgie Vaughan Mathews' trainer saying, come on, just concentrate on boxing, work off your jab. Let's get back to boxing skills rather than mauling and brawling.
It's a good round.
Simpson just dragging Mathews into his fight.
It's another good round for Simpson, John.
The insistence and the advice of the corner of Mathews is get on the jab, establish your jab so you don't get caught by shots like that.
Well, I mean, that's good advice. He's not using his natural attributes.
Derry Mathews has got to start to impose himself in this contest, or he could just possibly see the WBU title slipping away at the first defence. I think the crowd support is going to be key here.
Also, you know, Simpson shouldn't be out jabbing Mathews. He's the shorter man by several inches, but he's doing just that. Fighting with real determination is Simpson, as you would expect from a challenger.
He's absolutely taking the fight to Mathews.
Mathews.
Oh, good right hand again from Mathews this time.
But he's finding it hard to establish a rhythm, John.
Well, it's going to be a version of the Riot Act read to Mickey Van. You don't behave yourself, it's going to be a point off. You could lip read that one as clearly as we could. Do it again, a point off.
Mickey Van doesn't mess about, John. You got to play by his rules and not your own. Another good right hand by Simpson.
Is this going to be a night for Greenock and for Glasgow rather than one for Liverpool? Simpson, the British champion, remember, and the rule is, I had it confirmed today by Robert Smith, the Assistant Secretary of the British Boxing Board of Control. If Simpson wins this one, he has until Wednesday to decide whether or not he's going to retain the WBU title or if he's going to relinquish his British title. Traditionalists, I suspect, might say keep the British, but that ain't the way it works nowadays, and here comes Mathews.
There's a lot more desperation behind the champion's work now.
Well, rightly so, Duke. I mean, he's a 10-8 round down in the first, and there's a good argument to be made for the fact that he lost the third, and he's struggling here in the fourth. Fascinating fight unfolding. Courtesy of the first round knockdown, it may well be that the challenger, John Simpson, the Scotsman, is ahead. We move now into the fifth round, scheduled for 12, this WBU featherweight title here at Liverpool Olympia.
Well, that knockdown could prove to be quite costly, John, particularly if this fight goes in to the final stages and we get the full 12 rounds out of these guys.
It's better from Mathews. Showed in the left hand, and then, oh, that's a good shot from Simpson as well. Swaying this way and that.
I'm surprised that Mathews is getting caught with that shot time and time again. And every time these fighters get close, John, it's the champion again who wants to claim and hold on.
He probably recognises, to be fair, that his best work tends to be at range. I mean, he's not a great in-fighter, is he?
No.
Key phase of the fight, you sense.
Well, Mathews has to find something to turn the tide.
Well, I've got him only a round behind on my card, Duke.
Yeah, he needs to up the ante. He needs to get. I mean, he's trying to increase his work rate, and he's trying to put enough distance between him and the challenger. But he's still not being as effective as what you would expect.
And the crowd a little bit muted. The hero not producing the fireworks as yet.
It's a good little 1-2 there by Mathews.
When I was sitting around beforehand contemplating how this fight might go, I was sort of thinking, well, Simpson, yeah, he's never been stopped, so he's clearly a tough man, but had he got the punch to get the respect of Mathews? Well, he certainly answered that one, because Mathews again there clinching and holding on when Simpson gets in range. He's not throwing the right hand as effectively as he was earlier on, though, Simpson. Closing stages of the fifth. And this fight's still very, very much in the balance.
The right hand's too slow.
Well, it's a close fight. This is how Duke Mackenzie's reading it at the moment. Simpson just edging it. The Simpson corner was saying, come on, work in off your jab. Do what you did earlier on. Work in off your jab, throw that overhand right, and bring in the left hook over the top.
Right now, for me, John, Simpson's jab, it's harder and faster. You know, he's shorter, but he's really pumping out the jab.
He looks very, very much charged up for the whole occasion, doesn't he? No way he's been intimidated. Well, again, he's throwing a punch in a clinch there. Here's Mathews, and he's riding his luck a bit with Mickey Van. Last thing he wants at this stage is to lose a point.
Mathews is just waiting much too long. I thought he did the right thing in the last round in trying to put some pace and get his work rate up, but now he's just waiting too long. Maybe he's waiting for that big shot to come.
He's allowing Simpson to get off first, isn't he? He's negating his advantage by becoming the counter-puncher.
Absolutely. So you can see what Simpson's trying to do, John. It's a double jab, right hand over the top.
And put him on the back foot. Good tactics so far from Simpson and his trainer Danny Lee. Mathews showed impressive stamina.
Simpson's is cut on the head. Sorry, John. Simpson's cut on the head.
He showed impressive stamina in his fight against Steve Foster. And let's have a look at this now. The referee wants to have a look at it. It's a cut on the top of the head, we think. And that's not going to be a problem. It might not look pretty as the fight unfolds. Remember, Matt Skelton against Danny Williams didn't look great, but the fight will go on. Oh, good right hand from Simpson.
That's all Simpson needs now, John, to know that he's cut. And he will go for Mathews now.
Blood seeping down towards Simpson's left eye. The crowd reacts. Their volume moves on a level. Mathews really going looking for him. is reddening round the left eye as well, but that cut is a nasty one, obviously, but it's up above the hairline somewhere.
Yeah, they'll be able to staunch that, John. Providing the blood doesn't flow into his eye and impair his vision, they should be able to staunch the bleeding. He's going to get a point deducted, John. Rightly so.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's been coming. That has been coming. Mathews is getting that for holding around the back of the head, and he's had multiple warnings, so that is no surprise.
The referee's been very lenient with him, John, and his patience has run out finally. Mathews is having all the problems he could want today.
Good shot from Mathews. Right hand. And Simpson really wants to turn this one into a brawl, and Mathews pushing down again. And he's getting words from the referee. Mickey Van will not stand for too much more of this. Well, that's a point off for Mathews. Did Simpson win the round anyway?
I think so.
Well, in that case, presumably you're making a 10-8 round for Simpson. Let's take a look again at some of the action, and maybe we can see how this happened. Oh dear, that's nasty. Here's the clash of heads, bang. Accidental, but the damage was done, we think. Well, there's a big right hand there.
Just give him a drink. Give us a drink. John, give him a
Not
drink.
quite clear where it's come there.
Give me the wrung out sponge, please.
The fact is that it's a lot of blood around there, and they need to get a load of grease up there to stop the bleeding anymore.
Left hook, John. Right? You're the one, you left hook.
That's a mess, Duke.
That wrung out sponge.
Yeah, it's not a pretty cut at all, but it shouldn't impair his vision. And that's the most important thing.
Well, if that's a 10-8 round for Simpson, it once again establishes his advantage in this fight. If the WBU featherweight title, due to go 12 rounds, the local hero Derry Mathews, the taller man in the yellow shorts, we think is losing at this stage.
Well, John, he's been put down and he's had a 10-8 round for infringement. So, you know, I would say that Simpson he's got his nose in front by a couple of rounds at least. But that doesn't mean he's about to step off the gas. And this is a massive opportunity for him.
Corner seemed to have done a pretty good job staunching the flow of blood from the head of Simpson. There's a little smear there just opening up in that last clash of heads. It really is getting rough inside.
Yeah, the champion's telegraphing his punches. He's desperate to turn the tide and he's telegraphing his punches. He's not boxing as smoothly as when he won the championship off of Foster.
Oh, nothing like. I mean, this is a totally different contest, isn't it? But Simpson's come here as no respecter of reputation or of atmosphere. Good body shot from Simpson, but Derry, the chant goes up as the crowd tries to raise their man a notch.
Mathews has to work behind the jab, get his own right hand working. He's got a shorter guy in front of him, put the combinations together, hold the centre of the ring.
That's better work from Mathews. Right hand which clipped Simpson, caught him off balance more than anything else. I think a few people in the crowd thought that Simpson had wobbled with that one, but I think it was more the fact that his momentum was going up towards his right hand side.
Mathews just looking a little bit more determined in this round, John. He's having a better round. Referee's took it.
Oh, he's having
again.
another look at this cut. Now, is there another one? Is it just the same? No, it's the same one. You could see him wince there as he put his hand to the bleeding there. Well, this would be cruel luck for Simpson if it were to be stopped on a cut.
I think he's calling the doctor up, John, to have a look.
It is indeed. The doctor's taking a look. Now, these are anxious moments for the British champion, the Glaswegian John Simpson. And the referee now, is he saying one more round? He's saying he certainly raised one index finger. I don't know. Oh, good shot from Mathews, right on the button. And again, the blood flows.
Well, Simpson won his British Championship on a cut, John. You just wonder, he might lose this on the exact same thing.
An irony. Well, furious action. Mathews, for me, has done enough to win this round. And quite clearly, you saw the doctor say that the end could be close if Simpson can't produce something very special. Some anxious faces in the Simpson corner. Mathews, despite the knockdown, despite the point deduction for holding around the back of the head, is now perhaps on his way to retaining the title. I wonder, it's got to be a big round now for Simpson. And straight away Mathews going looking for the damage around the top of the head with that right hand, and not slow to rough things up either. And straight away the blood is flowing in the first seconds of the round. Not than 30 seconds so far, and already it's seeping down into the left eye of John Simpson.
Referee's looking at the cut quite intensively, John.
Oh, good right hand from Simpson. Little reminder for Mathews.
Quite a rocky ride for Mathews.
That's an understatement. This has turned into a bit of a bloodbath so far as John Simpson's concerned, and a very, very awkward night indeed for Derry Mathews.
And Simpson's face is just a wash of red now, John. The blood seeping down into his face, getting mixed in with the sweat.
Mathews just waiting for Simpson to commit himself now. In he goes, and the heads almost clash. Well, it's turned into a bit of a mess, this fight.
It certainly has. It's got very, very untidy, John, since the cut. A lot more infringements, a lot more body contact. Referee not happy again with Mathews.
Ooh, that right hand only just missed by a fraction. Simpson still in there, prepared to gamble and throw the big shots.
Well, let's get it right, John. Simpson has fought like a challenger and has really fought like he wants to win this fight, where the champion just hasn't been able to get into a steady workflow and get his combinations and his punching and his supposedly better boxing together.
There was a press conference at the famous Cavern nightclub on Thursday, and Derry Mathews said there that he thought that Simpson would come into this fight as he'd never fought a fight before, that he would suddenly raise his game into another division, and that's the way it's been. And again, more use of the head, and this time it's from Simpson. A little bit of you can do it, so can I. Now Simpson goes back to the corner. The doctor's still in close attendance there.
Get this.
Sure, let's clean him up. Let's clean him up. That's all right.
But I think it's going to go on.
Listen to John. Give it a rinse out.
Cleaning him up. Look at this. That's got to be having a real bad effect on his vision. That's a nightmare. Something you never had to go through, Duke. You're lucky.
Yeah, I was quite lucky, John.
John, I've got to work.
Never got cut in my professional career. Very fortunate. Got knocked out once or twice, huh?
Right hooks and left hooks. You need to come in.
So look in the other corner and see what Derry Mathews is being told. Well, altogether more calm over there. I think they feel that it's now going their way.
Referee's going to wipe some of the grease off the cut.
Well,
not so sure about that, you know, John, because it's not like it's a facial wound. It's on his head, so maybe you should allow it.
Well, I don't see that that's a problem.
No, I mean, it's not going to help help him fight any harder. That grease on his head, it's not going to improve his performance.
You can tell Mickey Van later, Duke. Now we had a few seconds there to add on to the clock, so
it's that double jab again of Simpson's that's proving dividends for him. Mathews, he telegraphs the right hand.
he does, but I think this fight is slipping away from Simpson now, Duke, unless he can detonate one of those big rights again. He needs another big shot just to really upset the rhythm of Mathews once more. I think Mathews, after a nightmare start and having that point deduction, for me has boxed his way right back into this now at this stage, and for obvious reasons, because of the cut, Simpson is struggling.
That's a nasty cut, John. The blood now really is impairing his vision.
Simpson corner say they're not worried about the cut. Well, I'm not so sure that could be what John Simpson's feeling at this moment as he stares through a red mist.
A lot more holding from both boxers. Both boxers just can't quite get the clean punches off. Referee's going to deduct another point.
He's getting a point taken. That was for holding in an arm lock. It was for holding in an arm lock and hitting as he did so. And as he did so, of course, he was throwing the shot towards the damage on the top of the head. So that's a second point taken for Mathews. If he does it again, he could get thrown out here.
Now he's rubbing the glove in the face. He's done it again. Oh, he must be walking such a fine line now. I don't know how Mathews wins this fight, John. Without the stoppage, he's had 3 10-8 rounds. Simpson's must have won at least 2 of the rounds on his own merit. That puts him 6 rounds. That makes the fight a draw if he goes the distance. On my card, at least.
Good shot, really good shot from Mathews. He's best for some time, and then he follows in, putting his forearm in to the face of Simpson. And again, well, a few people have called Derry Mathews Dirty Derry, and that was not what goes on in the old Queensberry rules, if ever there really was such a thing. Well, Mathews deducted a point there, and this is how it happened. Holding on and then, push. You can't do that.
It's an illegal blow. Particularly as he's already been warned.
And then he's following in with the forearm, and he got away with that one.
Well, look, he's rubbing his glove into the cut, John. He's trying to make it worse.
Well, you scored that 10-8. I scored it 10-9, but either way, we're agreed now, I think. And there you are. Duke's got it that Simpson is now 3 points ahead.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
They're telling him there it's a level fight.
So listen, keep pushing, son.
It's Simpson's to win, certainly.
Hey, this is level.
John, keep your fucking head still.
I've got it a little bit closer than that. But Mathews, 2 points deducted, and if he goes outside the rules again, it's not impossible that he could be chucked out here.
Well, 2 points deducted and a knockdown, right?
Yep. Well, again, holding on and punching around the blind side of the referee, and it's Simpson who gets told off for holding. I find that a wee bit surprising.
This is turning into a bit of a bad-spirited fight now, John. Mathews knows his championship is slipping away, and Simpson's cut, and obviously will blame Mathews for the cut.
Well, a certain Manchester hero always says that when you get in the ring, don't expect a tickling contest, and this certainly ain't a tickling contest.
Well, it's been a physical fight as you could imagine.
You could see the thought process going through Mathews' head then, as he grabbed him in that arm lock. And just for a moment, I thought he was going to throw another shot illegally. Simpson jabbing in well.
Well, for my money, Mathews needs the stoppage to win, the knockout to win this fight, John.
Everything was stacked against John Simpson in this fight, or so it seemed. Champion, crowd advantage, height, reach. It's not worked out that way, though.
Obviously, Simpson, he's no respecter of reputation or of Mathews' boxing ability. There aren't any punches being thrown now, John. These two are just falling into clinches. Have done for about the last minute of this round.
It's become a very, very messy fight. No holds barred, and fairly X-rated stuff. It could be as well that at this stage the fight is still in the balance. You never know. Will hometown advantage count? Sometimes that's the case. The judges, if it goes the distance, Larry O'Connell, Dave Parris and Carl Rogers.
That cut's a mess, John.
It looks horrible, doesn't it? There's no way of disguising the fact. It is a real mess.
And it's really impairing his vision, John. He's wiping it out.
What do you feel, Matilda, John?
Look, I just got to clean her up. Clean her up, that's all we're going to do. Look, I don't want water, I'm working.
John, you feel on the tail, okay?
You just breathe up, son. Come on.
Simpson.
No, keep your head still, John. Look, I'm working him, Billy.
Jackie Bowers, the cut man, telling his assistants keep the water away. He doesn't need to drink, he needs to have this bleeding staunched. Now the other corner.
Okay. You're waiting too long with the jab. Get on the jab and then pick them up with 1-2s off the jab. But you've got to move. You're staying there doing all this. Get the hands going. 1-2 move. 1-2 move. But keep your hands up because he's throwing a big right hand. And he's trying to catch him.
Jab moving.
You don't want to lose the side.
Sound advice, but he's been giving that advice for about the last 8 rounds. And it hasn't really worked to date.
Mathews been taken completely out of his stride, John. From the first round, from the opening bell, from that flash knockdown, just hasn't been able to get into an assailable lead.
When he boxes and throws that left jab, doesn't look too much of a problem. I think that Simpson nailed him with that right hand in the first round. It suddenly brought what had been expected to be a reasonably comfortable night at the office for Derry Mathews into completely new territory. Suddenly he realised the power of this fella. And then with the fouls as well, it's become a battleground and one which he may yet lose. Not much coming back from Simpson in this round.
No, he's waiting too long now. Maybe he's just starting to run out of steam, John. Maybe that cut has just really started to take its toll. Simpson's doing quite a good job of holding the centre of the ring But now
He's not throwing shots though, is he,
Yeah,
Duke?
now
He's picking him off with the jab, Mathews.
That's right. His arms have stopped working.
There's not a lot left in the Simpson tank, I don't think. Remember, John Simpson has never been stopped, and he's shown that toughness, grit and determination in the face of quite extreme adversity.
I mean, should he get stopped, John, it won't be on punches, I'll tell you that. It'll be that cut.
Well, if he's managed to pull this one off with a cut like that, that is fairly amazing, and the heads go in again. Mathews' head on Simpson, I ought to say. Mathews has boxed well in this round.
Yeah, he's just kept enough distance between him and Simpson to put the points in the bag.
Clear round this for Mathews, no question. And so, just 3 minutes to go. Mathews, for all the problems that he had earlier on, for the points infringements, has boxed his way towards winning that last round. May have won the last one as well.
One shoes, one shoes.
Previous one, I should say.
One shoes.
And still, that cut just is horrendous. And you see the way that Mathews is trying to target it.
Go on, 180 seconds, come on.
Here's Duke's scorecard. Simpson by a round. I've got it absolutely level.
It's not a bad nick.
Could we be heading towards a split decision? Barry McGuigan's signalling to me that he's got it Derry Mathews by 1 round.
Don't keep touching it. Don't show me that jab.
Takes your choice. I think we agree, though, if it's 3 judges on the way we're looking at it, if Mathews boxes his way through this last round, he's going to win it. Simpson needs a big last round.
Well, all things considered, John, he's done remarkably well. Like we said, he's got a terrible cut, but he's had the knockdown, and Mathews has had the 2 points deducted also. So I've got him a round ahead in this final round, and he started off this round very purposefully behind that double jab again.
Been a really tough, gruelling fight, this one. No doubt they'll be hugging each other in a few moments, and in years to come they'll look back at it and say, God, wasn't that a bit of a scrap we had back in Liverpool that time? But at the moment, it's still in the balance.
Yeah, but it's Simpson who's fighting like he wants to win right now, John. He's really pressing home what he must consider to be an advantage. Mathews might be thinking he's got this one in the bag, but I don't know how.
Well, you've only got it by 1 round, Duke. If Mathews wins this round, you've got it as a draw.
He's not winning it at the moment, John. Simpson's still pumping out the double jabs.
The cut starting to open up again, though. The bingo right hand let go, but whistled through thin air. Getting applause from his cornerman. And Mathews just stifling him in close. See Stevie Gerrard and Jamie Carragher on the far side there. You could argue that they have a more comfortable way of earning a few quid.
I'd much rather have been a footballer, John. It's a good round by Simpson again, John, so far.
I don't think there's a lot in it, Duke. You know, there's a left-hand right cross there from Mathews, and he's landed plenty of jabs of his own. And now, oh, he's put him down, has he? No, he's not. No, he's not given it as a knockdown. Just for a moment, I thought that Simpson had touched down, and an awful clash of heads once more.
And Mathews trying for the big finish now, trying to turn the tide finally, hopefully, his way. too little, too late, I fear.
What a tough, tough fight. Last 10 seconds coming up. Derry, Derry, the chant goes up. What price a draw? And there you go, the hug, the embrace. Simpson raises his arms to the sky. He thinks he's done it. And I think we can now go for the decision and join Master of Ceremonies Michael Pass.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the judges' scorecards. Judge Larry O'Connell scores the contest 118 to 112. Judge Dave Paris scores the contest 117 to 110. And Judge Carl Rogers sees the contest 113 to 111. All three judges in favour of the winner by way of unanimous decision. And still, the WBU's Featherweight Champion of the World from Liverpool, Derry Mathews.
Mathews celebrates. Margins of 6 and 7. Frankly, I find a little bit surprising from the first two scorecards read out. 113, 111, I can certainly buy that one, a couple of rounds. But I feel a little bit sorry for John Simpson being on the end of a slightly one-sided score on those two cards. Derry Mathews, despite having a first-round knockdown, despite having 2 points deducted, winds up a huge winner on the cards of two judges and by a couple of points on the third. Jim.
Cheers, John. Thank you very much indeed. Two men digging very deep up there tonight. Great credit to referee Mickey Van as well for keeping that fight going to the end. For what it is worth, I had it by Derry Mathews by a couple of rounds. Will be